All right, James Harden, 61 points in the Garden. Going to take you through it from his eyes. I'm going to go through every single offensive play, basically, with any relevance where James Harden's in the game and show you exactly what happened, how effective he is, how he's able to score 61. Does he have the refs tricked? Is he traveling? All those good things. I want this to be the most in-depth, comprehensive James Harden footage you've ever seen. Take a look at it with me. Make sure you're following at ScoutWithBryan on Twitter, ScoutWithBryan.com. Please follow, thumb up, subscribe, all those good things so I can keep making content like this. Let's take a look at what the game looks like through James Harden's eyes so you can see what he's seeing on the floor, the reads he's making, and all that went into his amazing performance. And then we don't need a screen anymore. Since we know they're trapping, don't bring a second guy. Sends Fareed out of there. This is how the Rockets play. They got the floor space. They got shooters in the corners, shooter at the slot, big man, 5-man's in the dunker spot. We call this the dunker right here. If his man steps up to help, it's called the dunker because he's got a dunk. He's got a lob. So first play, and then 1 from 3, first shot for Harden. Is it the right call? It is. You got to give the shooter space to land. You can't stick your feet underneath him. Right there, you see he doesn't have his landing space anymore. You invade his landing space like this, it's a foul. It's not even about what happens at the top. Even at the top, it's probably a foul too. You might hit his bottom of his hand right there. They're not calling the foul. The foul is not this and James's follow through. That's not where the foul is. You see the ref right here. He's looking at Harden's landing area. Is he giving him room to land? The shooter can come straight up, straight down. He doesn't have that. You see him looking down right here. That's a foul. If you don't want him going to the line as much, don't foul him. And then is it a travel? No. This is his move. We know this by now. Gather step. That first step with the left is considered the gather for him. All right. You can say maybe they exaggerated it a little bit. They let him stretch the rule book a little bit. That's fine. But the rule book says left foot right here is the gather. Right foot's the step. Left foot's the step. 2 steps on the step back into the shot. The big's been jumping out, kind of in a trap. Right read, split the defense. And then at the basket, look at this. We got the Euro. Right, left, great move. Doesn't stick the finish though. Some people say he hasn't had an unassisted basket as a knock on him. How exactly do you want him to get an unassisted basket right here where he's being denied a half court? Every single team in the league will play 4-on-4 and be perfectly happy with the result they get. Especially a guy like Eric Gordon who's got some ISO game, can get by guys one-on-one. James Harden's willing to give him his opportunities to get baskets like this because, again, any other defense, any other team in the league, this guy, Harden's man's usually back here at the three-point line at the worst. Maybe even at the free throw line. But then when they come back to rescreen, you think James Harden can't pass? This is a hard freaking pass. All right, against the trap again. Fareed might be open in the pocket, but you know what? He's pretty new playing with the team. Not a great playmaker himself. So Harden looks at the middle, looks at Fareed in this pocket, sees this defender come in a little bit. Turns, Rockets a one-handed hook pass to the corner. Give Tucker a driving lane. Great ball movement, extra pass. Gets Austin Rivers a wide open corner. I believe they call this point. Just a double staggered screen away for a shooter in the corner. Really just a decoy. Unless it's Eric Gordon coming off that screen or Austin Rivers, one of these guys who can make shots off screens. James Ennis is not really a shooter off screens. He's a very, very poor man's Trevor Ariza. Only shoots a few threes a game, shoots a pretty good percentage, but most of them are pretty wide open, spot up, usually in the corner. He's not a shooter coming off screen, so Harden, he knows his personnel right here. We're not going to get Ennis a shot off of this. These guys, though, are all worried. You see the Knicks, how much they're worried about this double stagger. Harden sees it as an opportunity to go to work. And again, an aware defense would have somebody here ready to helpline defense. The Knicks don't. Harden sees Frank open up a little bit. Gets the ball in his left hand. That's when he gets in all his gaps, all his drives to his left hand. You see him kind of standing straight up. Lower man wins. A common principle in basketball. Harden's game is fundamental. All right? He's lower right now. You see the Knox. Okay, the lower man's going to win. He's got the ball in his left hand, faking the left drive. Knox reacts that way. Now, when he reacts that way, Harden crosses left to right. Too quick for a slower-footed defender like Knox to guard. And then this is what he does, okay? You can say, all right, he's seeking out contact, whatever. Sure, he is. But you know what? Again, don't get beat then off the dribble. Knox opens up right here. Harden has a step on him. So some guys might just try to go up with their right hand and finish. All right, Harden's not as good of a finisher with his right hand. So he tries to come back and seek contact. And you know what? Since Knox was far behind Harden, he comes running in and clobbers him. It's a foul. Doesn't have the trap. He knows the big man Vonleh is out of the play here. He's got room to attack. You think this guy can't pass? I mean, look at this. There's a Euro step, left, right, hang in the air. Read the help. Trier's the guy splitting the difference. He's in between. Harden gets up in the air, holds it as long as possible, right into Ennis's shot pocket in the corner. That's a big-time pass. Another should-be assist. We said Knox, the one guy Harden really had the green light against. Not that he doesn't ever always have the green light, but you see Knox is giving him way too much space right here already. Harden knows he's got plenty of space, doesn't even need to do one of his extra moves, double crossover moves, whatever. He's got plenty of space just to go right into the step back, knock it down. So who do they want on him again? We got Gary Clark now to try to get Knox onto him. And then again, this is the way they play. All right, so they ran some pick and rolls. They got the matchup they wanted. They don't want Freed running to set a million pick and rolls because all that's going to do is bring the trap. So they have the floor space. They got Freed in the dunker. They got the matchup they want. And they got the shot they want. Is this a foul? Looks like he gets him on the wrist. The replay. Right there. Okay, hand's not part of the ball there. He hits his wrist, his forearm, everything underneath affects the shot. Good call. Small pick and roll. Again, you see P.J. Tucker, obviously not a typical five-man. They got pretty much all the small ball lineup out here. Tucker's really a stretch 6'6" guy, maybe 6'7" at best. They're just hunting matchups here. They're playing with space. And then look at this big-time footwork. That right foot's down the whole time. Keeps jabbing at Moutier. Moutier does a good job having a stick hand up. We call this a stick hand. You want one hand up in a shooter's face, not both. If you have both, you get blown by every time. But Harden does a great job reading. As soon as Moutier closes out a little higher like that right there, Harden sees his window to attack left. And what do we say? When he's going left, he's getting to the basket. Great footwork. Great sidestep. Left, right, typical Euro. Great finish. Finding about a travel, I think he might have a case. I think, to me, that's a travel. You see him jab left, and you see that right foot raise and move, I think before the ball's down. It's a little close, maybe a little questionable, but usually you see other guys make this move. It's called a travel most of the time. Kind of a double tap there. Looks like he got a little indecisive. I think if you do that, should have been a travel. All right, didn't call it. He's able to get to his step back. And then it's definitely a foul. All right, you didn't call the travel. Fine, but you know what? Now, we talked about landing space. That's what they're watching. That's no landing space. Comes crashing down. It's amazing he doesn't turn his ankle far more often, or ever, really. Guys are always doing this, undercutting him. It's dangerous. The refs enforce it. It's a foul. Good call here by the rookie ref. All right, they get Harden on calls sometimes too. He's not the only beneficiary. Pushes off there with his right hand. Correctly called an offensive foul. But then, you know what? I think Harden had 2 fouls at this point. So he realizes, you know what? They're probably not going to give him a third before halftime. That's a smart basketball player. You know, whether you like it or not, refs bite the whistle a little bit. They know how many fouls a guy has. They're not going to admit to it, but they know when a guy has 2 fouls going into halftime, they're not going to call the third as often as they would with somebody else. So here you see him push off a little bit there with the right hand just to get a nudge. But you know what? The Knicks again, giving him the left for some reason, which he gets to the basket. Only has 2 seconds. Ooh, probably his best shot of the night. And is it a travel? No. Left, right, left. The gather with the left right there. That's a gather. He's allowed this step in between. Hasn't picked up the ball yet. Still dribbling. Now he's got control of the ball. Left, right, left. Shot. He makes the correct read. He reads how you're playing it. Look at this pass. Are you serious? You think this guy can't pass the ball? That's against a trap, behind the back. Right-handed bounce pass to lead Fareed into his Euro step. I don't know he had a Euro step. Pace, again, simple game. He's got a lot of between the leg dribbles, behind the back stuff, step back stuff, but the foundation of his game is having an amazing handle, staying low, using his speed, and just reading the defense. Just look at him change pace here, stand upright for a second. As soon as Frank relaxes and stands up, Harden knows he's got that gap. Again to his left hand. And then this was a little worse job by Trier here. This was not keeping your hands out of the cookie jar. You see Harden show the ball. Fool me once. Harden's got a tighter handle on it now. You see Trier reach in with both hands. Slap Harden. Reading the coverage with Tucker setting the screen. This time they switch it. Not going to trap. They're fine with Lance Thomas trying to guard him. Keyword trying. You see Harden again. Fundamental basketball. Attack the front foot. That right foot's up. Harden's able to get by it. Use that speed. Be the lower man. Get to his left hand. And again, this is how Houston plays. You see, floor's always spread. Fareed's got to get down to the dunker because his man goes to help. You see Harden look up like he's going up for the shot. Head up, head fake, ball fake. Gets Vonleh to commit. Why do we call it the dunker? Because you make these dump-off passes that give guys finishes at the rim if they can finish. Floor's spaced. Fareed in the dunker. Get by your man, draw help, make a play. That's making plays for your teammates. Simple, left to right cross, gives him an advantage. Read the help now. This is a scheme for every team in the NBA. Is going to have this guy here come over and trap the box, stop the ball. He does that. He's got it covered down to take Fareed away so he doesn't have a dunk. Vonleh's got to play in between these two guys. Harden skips it to the corner. Extra pass. Gets Tucker a wide open 3. Great hockey assist by Harden. Adjustment, just switching it instead of trapping. I will take those odds. All right, if you're not going to get the ball out of Harden's hands, you're going to try to guard him with a slower big. He just can't keep this in front of him. Floor spaced, big in the dunker. Simple basketball. This is the D'Antoni way. This is what he does. Simple game. Give him left. He's getting all the way to the basket. Give him left. Am I sounding like a broken record yet? Got Vonleh on him. Right to left cross. Between the legs, really. Too fast. I'm going to run an angle pick and roll here, see how they cover this. Now they're back. Looks like they're back basically to trapping. Harden accepts the trap. That's what you do. You get rid of the ball when they trap. Sees Fareed in the pocket. Good job to reach around and make this pass. If he'd thrown it initially, Knox might have stolen it right here. Good job reaching around with the left-hand bounce pass. Gets Fareed the ball, so right now he's got a 3-on-2. You see Moutier come all the way over to take him. Knox is playing the first pass. He's right in between. Great job by Fareed. A little no-look pass there to get Gerald Green a wide-open corner 3. That's another hockey assist. Replay. There's the foul right there. Illegal contact in the NBA. You cannot have your hand on his waist right there. So as soon as Harden feels that, he's going up. And if he's going into a shooting motion, they're going to give him a shooting foul. All right, you can say whatever you want about the left side, the left hand by Hardaway. I think, you know what, if you stick your left elbow right above the ball like that, most guys are going to rip up and get a foul. But even if you think that's not a foul, that's a foul right there. As soon as Harden feels that, he's shooting. That's called smart basketball. If you don't want him going to the line as much, again, don't foul him. He reads the game. Brilliant floor vision. One of the elite guys in the NBA just making the right basketball play. Sees a 2-on-1 right here. Drives it hard at Vonleh. Gets up in the air. Great touch pass to lead the athletic Gerald Green to the rim. That's a tough lob pass to make on the run in transition. Perfect amount of touch. Perfect pass. So if you give Austin Rivers the right hand, you see again, normally this defender would be right here in the gap, taking away the drive. Since he's not, since he's so concerned with denying Harden, Austin Rivers gets to that right hand, read the floor. Attack, this defender comes in to help. Great hook pass to get Ennis, another wide open corner 3. Just got to make them. I can't pass again. Look at this one. You put the pressure on them up high. They're going to bring the screen up. Just come hit you all the way out there. And then Harden with a head of steam. Inside out. Attacking. Fizdale was the only one yelling for a travel here. I can't tell exactly because I see left. Sorry. Let me watch that again. That was the gather. So right. Left. I think he gets rid of the ball before that right foot comes down again. But maybe he has a point. A little bit close, but either way, great job attacking Trier. Reading the help. Robinson comes in. Hook pass, bounce pass. Perfectly delivered. There you go, Ennis. No help principles. No defender in this gap. Eric Gordon, one of the rare guys on this team, with Austin Rivers, able to do a little bit off the dribble. Gets by him into that gap. Help has to come from the corner. Perfect delivery. Gets Tucker a wide open 3. All right, see it again. The small. Really, they're just so hugged up on Harden trying to deny him. Hardaway right here. So good read by Trier just to get underneath it. Gordon, first to go right. He's able to get under it going left. Cut it off. What does Tucker love to do? Set these pinch screens. You see his man going help. So that leaves one guy to guard 2. Great flare by Tucker. Wide open corner 3 for Ennis. And denying Harden full court. All right, so what happened last time? Trier went underneath, right? With Hardaway pinching on him, denying him like this. So what does Harden see? Okay, this time I'm just going to bring my man a little bit lower. So now I'm going to really screen Trier. Now I'm going to use not only myself, but also my defender and Hardaway. Hardaway maybe could have switched it, but James, being a vet, being intelligent, grabbing him a little bit too. Hardaway's grabbing also. Refs are going to let it slide if both sides are grabbing each other. Trier went underneath with Gordon going to his left. Gordon going to his right. No such luck. Big time player. Big time shot.